A warm evening to all our viewers joining across the world and here at home in Sri Lanka. This is the 36th edition of the L.E. Blase Trophy, played between the hometown boys from Randall Hills, Kingswood College, playing Wesley College from Colombo. An interesting clash here, and I've got Adib Gibran here in the commentary box.
A very good evening to all our viewers. Pride at stake, Kingswood will take on Wesley for the prestigious L.E. Blase Trophy. Though both the teams didn't have good outings this year at the Dialog Schools Rugby League for the year 2023, the Blase Trophy is special and they are eagerly waiting for a victory.
Of course, Adib, now this year is a special year for both the teams as they are yet to secure that big W after playing 5 tough games so far this season. They are coming to this encounter hoping nothing but to win. And your weather forecast for today, it's a pretty humid condition here at Bogambara. Maximum temperature at 31%. It feels very higher than that as well. And of course, wind speeds 16 kilometers per hour, a bit higher than yesterday's Pallikale encounter against Antho and Thora. Your wind is blowing through the left to the right of your screens, and it's a very bright and shining conditions for some picture perfect running fast open rugby here at Bogambara.
The L.E. Blase Trophy is special for both the schools. Both the schools have a rich Wesleyan culture. Also, at the meantime, before we get to that, we see this week's results, Mod. St. Anthony's taking on St. Thomas's yesterday, 34 points to 17 in favor of St. Anthony's, marking their spot on the second round. And DS Nanaika College lost to St. Joseph's. That was also a heated up encounter yesterday at Havelock Park, 29 points to 16. And we had Dharmaraja College versus Science. It was a tie, 21 points to 21, and then Science getting through a penalty to mark their first victory of the Dialog Schools Rugby League for the year 2023. 24 points to 21. St. Peter's College taking on Vidyartha. Happened at Bumblebee yesterday. 66 points to 10. St. Peter's walking away with an easy win against Vidyartha. That was the results for this week so far.
A try faced at Bumblebee yesterday, and of course at Pallikale too. 10 tries scored by St. Peter's yesterday and securing that unbeaten spot in the super round for them alongside Isipatana, who are unbeaten with 36 maximum points. And St. Anthony's, the hometown boys from Kandy yesterday, pulled off a famous victory against the Thomians after 12 long years at Pallikale. A win for them and the Rosario Trophy yesterday in an interesting, enthralling clash at the Pallikale Rugby Stadium. And today, as you see, the double blue fraternity here and lots of crowds, and we will be back after a short commercial break. Stay tuned with the 36th L.E. Blase Trophy.
රටටම රස බෙදෙන මංජි රස බලකාය දැන් අලුත් වෙලා.
Hey, have you heard about Z?
Z. WeKYC.
Easy.
Mobile banking. Crazy.
Education loans and salary advances. Amazing.
Introducing the Digital Youth Account. NDBZ. NDBZ from NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.
ඕගොල්ලොත් එන්නේ ඉවෙන්ට් එකට. ඩ්‍රෙස් කෝඩ් එක black.
Black? No problem. නව වැඩි දියුණු කළ ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් ඇක්ටිව් ක්ලිම්බසෝල් පළමු සේදීමෙන්ම ඉස්සොරි ඉවත් කරයි. ස්වභාවික සාරයන් හිස පෝෂණය කරයි. නටමුද?
No problem.
හැමදාම ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් නම්
හැමදාම no problem.
ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් හිස නිදහසේ ඉදිරියට.
Aloe vera and mint for freshness. Chamomile for sensitive skin. Lemon and lime for an energetic day. Big shaving foam. A change you must experience.
beautiful outside and inside.
ඕනම දෙයක් කරන්න විදියක් තියෙනවා. ඒ තමයි තමන්ගේ විදිය. ජීවිතය අත්විඳින්න ආත්ම විශ්වාසයෙන් නැගී සිටින්න. බෝල්ඩ් ඔපම වෙන්න.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
නැවුම් බව රැකදෙන කුමාරිකා හම්බිට් සංවීධී සමකට කැම ඔයිල් බික් ෂේවිං ෆෝම් අත්විදිය හැකි වෙනසකට
ඕනම දෙයක් කරන්න විදියක් තියෙනවා. ඒ තමයි තමන්ගේ විදිය. ජීවිතය අත්විඳින්න ආත්ම විශ්වාසයෙන් නැගී සිටින්න. බෝල්ඩ් ඔපම වෙන්න.
Hey, have you heard about Z?
We KYC.
Easy.
Mobile banking. Crazy.
Education loans and salary advances.
Amazing. Introducing the Digital Youth Account. NDBZ. NDBZ from NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.
Your embrace so warm with one more bite of Revelo for sunshine. Don't wanna miss this pouring rain, pleasing my soul with one more bite of Revelo for the rain. This freedom takes me to roads that I have never been. With one more bite of Revelo for the road. Love never felt this good. With one more bite of Revelo for love.
නැවුම් බව රැකදෙන කුමාරිකා හම්බිට් සංවීධී සමකට කැම ඔයිල් බික් ෂේවිං ෆෝම් අත්විදිය හැකි වෙනසකට
හිත තාලනට වෙන පන්නිනම වින්නුනා සරදාවී අතනාරි කොක්තුමී පම්තමා ප්‍රීමා කොක්තුමී පන්තමයි.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
Warm welcome once again to www.thepapare.com. You're watching the Ellie Blase Trophy. Kingswood College taking on Wesley College, Colombo. Teams are lined up for the player introduction. We have the chief guest here today, Mr. Palita Besirivardhana, who was a former captain of the Kingswood College outfit for the year 1979, and the guest of honor, captain of the Kingswood rugby team 1996, Anuruddha Virakodi. This outing is special for both the teams, though they did not have, as mentioned earlier, they did not have a good outing this time around. Muad?
Yes, Adib. Now let's move on to the Wesley College team card. Kavish Jamin, the skipper, Abdullah Siddiq, Sabit Mushin, Tala Anas, Sandul Gamampila, Shem Mendis, Wahid Osan, Chamo Dimsara, comprising of that strong forward unit for Wesley. Kaiser Lai, Darian De Silva, Kavish Dilhar, Aaron Correa, Dylan De Silva, Nithila Rodrigo, Abdul Hadi with the back division and replacements Pawan, Nelit, Hashim, Senura, Shabir, Sanruk, Adib and Mahathir for Wesley.
Kingswood College team, Ishara, Rasanjara, Bandara, Hevage, Silva, Amun Kotua Fernando, Inun Ishan on number 8, Tavisha Ekanayaka, Aftab Asmi, interestingly wearing the number 12 jersey today, Rajika Gamheva, Imanka Ishara, Randiba Ranavira, Anuda Sikurajapati and R.S. Baudin. Replacements for Kingswood: Ishara Devmin Pasindu, Dinet Basit, Bandara Oshada and Nifraz. The Kingswood College outfit for the 36th Ellie Blase Memorial Trophy.
Yes, Adib, you were mentioning some interesting historical facts about our chief guest and the guest of honors. Please do continue.
Guest of honor is Anuradha Virakodi from 1996 Kingswood captain, who is currently residing in Australia. Also, the Ellie Blase Memorial Trophy is played in honor of the forefather of Sri Lanka schools rugby, Louis Edmund Blase, who was a product of Trinity College, Kandy. And then later, this young visionary came in and opened up the boys' high school in Kandy and introduced rugby football to Sri Lanka. Just to touch a bit on the history, the first ever game was played in 1891, to be exact, on the 6th of November. Ellie Blase, the founding principal, arranged a game with the Technical College in Kandy. Kingswood College started with 11 students, and to comprise a team with 15 players, the teachers had to play the game as well. So with Technical College in 1891, Kingswood College started schools rugby in Sri Lanka. So in memory and to honor the forefather of Sri Lanka schools rugby, we play the Ellie Blase Memorial Trophy in between two Wesleyan cultured schools, Wesley College, Colombo and Kingswood College in Kandy. Also, both the teams have produced some good players to the Sri Lankan rugby circuit. Muad?
Of course, Adib, if you talk about the recent past, we have one of the greatest players ever produced by Kandy and of course Sri Lanka, Fazil Marija, and many other players, and of course Wesley's current coach who played for Sri Lanka and captained the Heavies outfit in 2012 to win the league title, Henry Terrence. Many interesting players. Of course, if you take the recent history, Ronnie Ibrahim, the first Kingswood captain to play the 86 Blase, and of course followed by the Ibrahim brothers, Nilfer and many other products. Of course, Jabba, the current coach of Kingswood College. Wesley produced some brilliant players in the likes of Reggie Bartholomew, Zubair Dore, and in the recent past the Sabah brothers who went on to play for schools Sri Lanka, and Raul De Silva, the 2013 knockout winning rugby captain for Wesley.
Absolutely. Interestingly, the very first game of the Blase Trophy was played in 1986. Kingswood outfit was captained by Ronnie Ibrahim, a very well-known figure in the coaching circuit, who has produced interestingly good players to the Sri Lankan outfit. And also Wesley College, Colombo, was captained by Sumedha Kuruppu in 1986. The first ever Blase encounter was played on the 17th of July 1986. So here today we have an interesting game coming up for both the teams, for nothing but pride to retain the Ellie Blase Memorial Trophy. Wesley College will be playing their hearts out. Last year it was a 40-minute game. The match was disturbed with bad weather. So Muad, it's going to be an interesting clash. We are hoping to see some good rugby from both the schools.
Of course, last year's encounter and the last season was a season to forget for Kingswood, a very young outfit who played some interesting rugby, but nonetheless failed to secure a win. And last year's encounter was a 31-7 win in favour of Wesley. I think if you remember at CRNFC, it was played under heavy rain and dark cloudy conditions under lights later on in the CRNFC pitch. 31.7, a 40-minute game reduced from 70-20 for each half. Wesley, for the first time since 1997 and 98, after winning two back-to-back Blase trophies, are vying to defend the title for the first time in the Blase history. Going back to a bit of Wesley's Blase history, it took them 2 long years after 86 to win the Blase in for the first time in 1988. That was the first time that Wesley won both the first leg and the second leg of the Blase under Shalan Rupasinghe and Shiraz Jaldine's co-captaincy. At the first leg in 1988, Wesley secured a 9-7 victory at CHNFC, and at the second leg at Bogambara, here at the exact same venue, it was a close game, 12 points to 4. Back then, a try was awarded 4 points so at a 60-minute game. So lots of history, lots of brotherhood between these two Methodist schools, produced some excellent rugby playing schools. Nonetheless, having a bad patch this season, even though they played some really close encounters. Kingswood, of course, blossomed in the latter part of the encounter in the schools rugby league, as they had one of the most exciting games in the league against DSL Nanaika, 31-27, a 4-point close encounter. And of course, Wesley had very, very close games. They couldn't seem to be buying any luck this season. 1-point, 3-point and 6-point close encounters. And nonetheless, this year they will be coming out strong alongside Kingswood College, who have nothing to lose but go for that big W. Kingswood, mind you, Adib, are yet to secure a first 15 league victory since 2020, when they secured a famous victory against St. Joseph's College at Havelock Park. So Kingswood are thirsty and hungry for that big victory, and this will be the ultimate chance for the Kingswood lads from Randalls Hill to secure a great win here at one of the most prestigious look-forward encounters for both these two teams. And referees, officials for the match today are some experienced campaigners, Adib, starting off with Ravin Alexander and Ishanka Abekon, and of course Callum Sandaruan, a very, very experienced outfit who have done some tremendous jobs over the past few seasons, and of course this season as well.
Absolutely. Beautiful sights here. School boys, parents, old boys gathering for the Eli Blase Trophy. Wesley College will not feel much of a difference playing in Colombo because it's hot and humid here today in Kandy. Kingswood College needs to make use of the home advantage and the home conditions, playing in front of their crowd, but Wesley is will never let this go because they are hungry and eager to retain the prestigious Eli Blase Trophy.
Of course, Adib, like I said, it was way back in 1997 and 98. 97 under Anupama Vadugodapitiya, and in 1998 under Asanka Gamampila, Wesley won back-to-back Blase trophies, winning both the league encounters and both the legs. And this year, interestingly, 98 captain, the last back-to-back winning captain, Asanka Gamampila's son, Sandul Gamampila, is wearing the number 20 jersey here, playing as a lock forward. So it will be an interesting clash. Lots of history between father and son combinations here. And of course, Wesley for the first time vying to defend that title since 25 years.
All set here at the Bogambara Stadium. Imanka Ishara, Kingswood's keeper, to kick off the 36th Eli Blase Memorial Trophy between Kingswood College and Wesley College, Colombo. Here we go. Good high-hanging kick. Not a very good start, Muad, for Wesley College, knocking it on from the kickoff.
Yes, Adib, that was Shem Mendis, who has been a pivotal man who had played a pivotal role in the famous rolling maul this season for Wesley. He's not a very big lad, but he has lots of heart, playing as number 7. Shem Mendis was very crucial in Wesley's line-out winning mauls throughout the season. Here's your Kingswood scrum half, Tavisheka Naika, to feed in the first scrum of the game. Adib, as we see, teams are trying to settle down. This exact scenario happened yesterday at the Pallikali rugby field as well, where St. Anthony's and St. Thomas's were playing some really scrappy rugby throughout the first 15 minutes of the game, trying to get into some, lots of handling errors, lots of nerves. And here we know both the teams are here nothing but to get that big W. So lots of stakes, lots of responsibilities in between these shoulders of these young men.
Yes, Mohad. I think the ones who are going to score first will have a little bit of upper hand here. Wesley College breaking through.
As you see, a Kaiserlai, the halfback for Wesley, opting for that blind side alongside Chamondim sir, and that was Aaron Correa having a dash through the right corner flag of Bogambara. Almost a 30-35 meter gain for Correa. That's Abdul Hadi, the highest point scorer for Wesley this season. Had a few matches out in the due to injury. He's coming back after healing a critical injury to his shoulder. So he'll be an interesting man to watch as he can put over points from any parts of the park.
Wesley College trying out playing faces, which is the ideal option to take at this juncture.
And Adib, that is their strength throughout the season. The Wesley heavy forwards, they are a mobile set of forwards. They are not huge or they are not bulkier than, especially when you compare to other big forwards, but they are very mobile and a very strong unit of forwards who keep some very close-knit play, securing the ball very well. As you saw in the Isipatana match, they played some outstanding rugby in the first half, keeping the ball close and tight. And here we see
consistency and that discipline matters a lot when it comes to forwards and this sort of game.
Well, I forgot that I'm sitting next to you, another forward who played for Kingswood back in the last season you played was in 2015. So, of course, you very well know how that plays well. And here's an under the post penalty for Wesley. Let's see if they will go for the post or will they go for the 5-pointer.
That's an interesting call to make. They're tap and running.
Seemed like a very lethargic tap and go, right? They were not very keen to, go for that barging run as they usually do. But nonetheless, Abdullah Siddiq with the ball.
Obstruction is the call. Kingswood seems to be a bit pumped up in their defense, defending these disciplined Wesley forwards. At the 5-meter mark is not an easy task, Muad.
And like I said earlier, Adib, the Wesleyites, when they took the quick tap, they didn't seem to be showing any intent. There was no firepower within them. And also, Adib, interesting, now going back to some off-field incidents and off-field exciting facts. This year, both the teams are coached by two alumni, especially Henry Terrence, who played as a prop forward back in the day in 2005. Last season, he was vice captain for Wesley. He's coaching the lads from Campbell Park, and I'm pretty sure Jabba is also.
Jabba is apparently assisting the team, but coached by Hettige, who was one of the captains for Kingswood in the early 2000s. So it's apparently a Kingswood alumni.
Combination of Kingswoodians.
Combination of Kingswoodians. You see a lot of coaching staff across other schools as well who are produced from Kingswood. Kingswood didn't have a good line out this year out, but this will be an interesting one. Not a very bad line out throw in.
Yes, the first line out throw for the Kingswood lads here in the encounter. That was a brilliant touch find, Adib. We missed that earlier. Getting out of jail from their red zone, putting Kingswood into some very good attacking position here. And Adib, that was a brilliant tactical play by skipper Imanka Ishara, putting that ball out to his fullback Baudin. Baudin has been influential throughout the past few matches, but again committing a cardinal error, just having a run of a lifetime. Baudin, the Kingswood crowd was enthralled by his run. The first time we saw Kingswood playing some open, fast running rugby here in this Blase Trophy encounter. But like Wesley succumbed to pressure earlier in their red zone, now Kingswood attacking in and giving away position just cheaply.
It would be interesting to see Wesley's move here from this point. little further from the 22 meter mark. Wesley's strength, like you said, is their forwards. They need to make the maximum use of it in this encounter. Also, Kingswood's, like I mentioned before, Kingswood's defense has improved a bit from the previous games. It's too early to comment. We will have to watch and wait. The interesting line out coming in for Wesley College.
And just like Adib, you said, Wesley's forwards are playing a very heavy, interesting game, and this is the first stoppage we see 7 minutes past the timeline here in our clock. Wesley's Abdullah Siddiq standing in for the throw-in. Adib, this encounter, the Ellie Blase Trophy over the past 4 decades, Kingswood definitely have been the dominant side.
Wesley opting their rolling maul. And Kingswood defending it very well here.
That was Adib, very dangerous bit of play. Wesley was too confident to play the ball in their half. Now you see Wesley's error. Now committing that error in their red zone, giving the ball again to Kingswood. Kingswood defense rushing, and they have been doing their homework. It seems like they have learned and they have marked Wesley's heavy set of forwards, and they know how to tackle them all as well. So this will be interesting. Kingswood yet again ever so close in this game for their try line.
Silva could have kicked it out to get out of danger, but unfortunately he didn't have the support that he wanted. Tavisha Ekanaka feeding in to Azmi.
Roll away!
Azmi was, it was interesting to see Azmi stepping in for a couple of seconds until his supporters came in. And here you see Wesley turning over the ball, turning over possession. The forwards have done their work, rectifying the mistakes they were doing earlier. And as they gave away possession to the Kingswood lads, Wesley now getting out of jail here. And as we are inching close towards the 10-minute mark, as you see, a big Henry Terrence, the coach of Wesley, on the sidelines, shouting out instructions for his teams.
Pretty decent kick, I would say, to get out of danger against the wind. The wind advantage is with Kingswood.
Absolutely, on your screens, the wind is blowing from left to right to your screen. And that was Inun, the big number 8 for Kingswood. If I'm not mistaken, Adib, he's a brilliant football player as well.
Yeah, he has represented the Kingswood football team and done his part for the team. Got some kicking boots as well, as I was observing in the DSN and Naika game. He has got out of danger in a couple of occasions.
Very rarely you see number 8s going in for some touch finders and kicks. And even the Kingswood skipper, Imanka Ishara, is also a footballer.
Definitely from the likes of the legend Nalaka Virakodi. We've produced some good footballers here. Inun breaking through, taking 2-3 tacklers. Did Tavisha knock it on there? Yes, he has. Bit of scrappy play from both the teams, taking a bit too long to settle, Muad. I think they need to calm down a bit and get their game plan in place.
Of course, Adib, talking about Nalaka Virakodi and the Virakodi brothers, they were known for their, surprising drop goals and good, huge. They got a boot. Yes, they got a huge boot on them. Even Devanand too. So I remember Back in the early 2000s, there were some very close encounters which were decided on drop goals and penalties. There were some very, very close encounters in the recent past. As you see, the kick is charged down. Kaiser Lai, he had around 2 to 3 kicks charged down in this season so far. He has to watch his boot out. He has to keep calm and compose himself to get out of jail.
Kingswood turned on the ball. The ball, Tavisha to Azmi.
Offside, penalty advantage.
And that's an advantage coming in favor of Kingswood. Wesley line caught in offside. So this is early mistakes committed by Kingswood, and they definitely might go in for the 3-pointer. It's a very kickable range points for Imanka Ishara. He will be sensible, and yes, they are opting for the 3-pointers.
3 points. Yabak.
A bit of scrappy, isn't it, the first 10 minutes, Adib?
It is. I think they're taking a bit time to settle things down here at Bogambara. Nothing but playing for pride. Wesley is playing to retain the prestigious LA Blase Trophy, and Kingswood to bring it back home. After a 1-year break, Imanka Ishara to add in 3 points. The first points on the board, Muad, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, so we might see the first points coming in favor of Kingswood here at Bogambara as he puts in the kick.
Kingswood taking the lead here at the 13th minute on our clock. Good high hanging kick collected cleanly by Inun.
Stay back, stay back.
Tavisha Kanayaka using his forwards here. Penalty coming in favor of Wesley College. Interesting to see, Muad, what sort of call that they would take.
Well,
I think
see,
they're going for touch.
Absolutely. Moment of jinx for both of us. We knew that when they got the penalty, we clearly saw the number 8 for Wesley, the vice captain, Chamod Dimsara, rushing towards the kicker as they are confident in going for the touch and definitely opting for a rolling maul from here, just 5 meters out of the try line. And here's the replay where Kingswood were caught coming in from the sides as Abdullah Siddiq, Wesley's hooker, goes for the throw, and Shem Mendes with a clean collection as Wesley opt for that rolling maul. Referee says once, now they have to use it as Kaiser barks instructions for his forwards.
That's try number 1 for Wesley College.
That's Abdullah Siddiq for you, the try scorer for Wesley. Wesley forwards rectifying for their mistakes, early infringements committed by them in the first 10 minutes, now going in for the first 5-pointer in this year's Blase Trophy encounter. Abdullah Siddiq throwing the ball into the maul and getting back it.
That discipline that we spoke about of the forwards from Wesley College mattered at this occasion. Nicely set up rolling maul. Got them 5 points. It can come up to 7 with this conversion to come.
As we see Kaiser Lai, the halfback for Wesley. Wesley has been having multiple options of kickers this season in the likes of Abdul Hadi, Darian De Silva, and here we see Kaiser Lai, who almost put over a conversion in their last encounter against Isipatana, but the ball just knocking on the post. So here's the wind factor going against Wesley. He might have to kick it as soon as possible. If not, the referee will go back to the restart. Referee says to take it quick as Kaiser goes in.
No. No.
That's a kick to forget for Kaiser Lai as it goes way wide astray for Wesley, and we see the rolling maul set up by the Wesley forwards, which followed with the first try of this Ellie Blase Trophy encounter here at Bogambara.
3 points to 5 in favor of Wesley. There's more to come. Imanka Ishara restarts with a good high-hanging kick.
Okay.
Collected on the air, landed safely.
That was Wesley's
Looks like
number
a
8
turnover.
deputy skipper coming in for a high charge, and he seems to be in pain. He went for that ball in a very crooked, in a very uncomfortable position. As we see, he is lying on the ground. We hope he is not in an unsafe condition. And Kingswood capitalizing on that opportunity and running circles, dismantling the Wesley defense, but nonetheless, again, a very scrappy affair from both the teams as Shem and is for Wesley, the flanker, getting that ball off from the Kingswood offense. Here's Wesley now securing position. They will try to play a few phases out of their forwards and clear the defense. Kingswood defense seems to be rushing in, but the Wesley forwards securing it as a wall. The ball goes out to Darian to Correa to Anas. High, not a high charge, rather a rushing defensive attack by the Kingswood lads, almost turning the ball over.
Have they turned it over? Yes, they have.
No. Advantage, go inside.
And Adib, just like that, Kingswood, as soon as they come into that 22, they milk a penalty. So that's another kickable range target for Imanka Ishara. This is some really impressive play by the Kingswood lads.
And they need to make the maximum use of the wind advantage as well here at Bogambara.
This is not the scrappy play we saw from Wesley early in the matches, as Imanka Ishara just had it in his hands. Imanka Ishara, he was going for that whitewash. I think in his mind he thought he will definitely cross in, as but that's what we thought, as he had two supporters outside. Just that ball not finding the hands of the supporters, Adib.
Definitely. That pop pass it was a bit overcooked at that point, Muad. Kingswood had numbers, could have made the maximum use of it. This has been the story throughout. When they want to use numbers, the ball doesn't reach the win three-quarter. Throughout the season, this has been the story for Kingswood. I think a bit more discipline will help them to score those tries using their win three-quarters, which will bring them the points on the board.
Absolutely, Adib. This Kingswood side, even though they had some big losses, they are not a team without talent. We saw how they played against Kingswood. This team is just filled with talents, lots of individual brilliance, as well as some really smart rugby playing boys here. Even in the likes of their forwards, they know what to play. They have some razzle dazzle in their feet, but it's just the finishing that we do not have with the Kingswood side in this year's season.
Absolutely, Muad. It's a matter of connecting the dots. I think it's too late at the moment. Let's see. There's plenty of time left in this game. Wesley College. Obstruction, says referee.
And that's an accidental offside by Wesley. This is some cardinal errors. Wesley, who have been really brilliant in their rolling mauls with much strong opposition, now seem to be lacking. And this proves that Kingswood have been doing some really good homework.
Wesley College, even with Isipatana in the last outing in the rolling mauls, they were very disciplined, and they showed some. At certain points they outclassed the Isipatana forwards as well.
Absolutely, Adib. This is what it takes in these trophy encounters. You cannot put your opposition under the tone, under the bus, as Kingswood will be coming into
Not running away.
this game to go home with that big W, as both these teams are yet to secure a win here and they have nothing to lose, absolutely nothing to lose here. Wesley and Kingswood, they've been playing some really great rugby, and this will be the chance for them to go in, as we see as we saw some really scrappy play. It was hard to watch at times in the earlier few minutes of the game. We hope that these two teams will somehow finally settle down and play some really good fast running rugby.
I think the urgency to score is not letting them to play their usual game plan. Penalty advantage, holding on, says the referee. What will Wesley do from the 50-meter mark here? Good defensive work from Kingswood College. As you said, they've done their homework, even though they're coming into the final game of the season. We see a big improvement from last week's performance in their defense, Muad.
Yes, they had a tough outing last week, but somehow managed to keep the Antonians in a very close-knit range before half-time, but finally had to go down 26 points to 10 at the hands of the Antonians at Papare. And the Blase Trophy encounters have been some really unfavorable for Kingswood, Adib. If you take the past 4 decades, it has been Kingswood all the way. Wesley have just clinched around 6 to 7 wins throughout the Blase Trophy history. Kingswood have been dominant, in fact having some outstanding win records, more than 5 in a row as well for Kingswood in most of the years. So even as you see, Wesley's line seem to be working the ball. Their forwards are the stronger unit, as you see. Kaiser Lai, the halfback, now coming in finally for support, feeding his deputy skipper Chamod Nimsara.
Run away, Blue.
Wesley seems to be a bit settled down. Now you going for faces?
That was Abdullah Siddiq, the try scorer, the number 2. Now again, Wesley played some close pods, going face by face, inching, and have now around 15 meters out of the try line, just right opposite the post here at Bogambara.
That was passed to the no man's end.
No, rock four.
Wesley is still going.
As you see, Adib, the Bogambara pitch is not in the best of conditions like in the good old days, and that's Aaron Correa just sidestepping through. He's a strong player for Wesley, a seasoned campaigner for the Double Blue lads, led the 7th team earlier this year for Wesleyites. As I was telling earlier, the Bogambara pitch used to be a picturesque, a green lush patch, Adib, even back in your playing days in the 2010 to 15 period.
Absolutely, we love to play at these grounds, but I think it's turning out to be all right to the condition it was. The maintenance has improved, and a penalty
yes,
coming in favor of Kingswood College. Wesley going in for pods, playing faces, but unfortunately holding on the ball, giving an advantage for Kingswood College. Would be interesting to see what would Kingswood do from here. They have the advantage of the wind.
Adib, if you saw Wesley's game pattern, soon as they give out the ball from the forwards to their backs, there seem to be problems piling up. The forwards play a very close-knit, safe, secure game, and soon as it goes to the backs, they seem to be giving away possession for the Kingswood lads. So that has been a crucial negative point for Wesley throughout the season for them.
Exactly, Muad. I think my observation, the same happens to Kingswood. So a clash between two like-minded teams, if I'm not mistaken. I think the same applies to the Kingswood team as well. Forwards do all the hard work and pass it on to the line, and the line gives the ball back to the Wesley team here so far at the 25th minute.
This was not the expected scoreline, the pre-match hype, according to the pre-match hype. And on paper, Wesley were supposed to be putting more points just before halftime. As you see, Darian De Silva, I think for the first time in this year's league, making a run like that. He had gained around 10 to 15 meters, De Silva.
Get back, get back.
He's a very lanky fly half, but a very speedy outside for Wesley. And we see again Wesley will opt for the close pods. Right under the post are Wesley, just around 10 meters short of the try line. Kavish Jaman, the skipper for Wesley, marshalling his troops forward and going into some heavy contact, and that's the deputy skipper, Shamod Nimsara, inching close. Again, Wesley are playing close-knit with their forwards here. Sabit Mushin. And that's Shem Mendes.
Will that be try number 2 for Wesley College?
Almost looked like Mendes had no control of the ball earlier, and Wesley is right on, almost on top of the try line. Not held up. There you go. And they score. And that was Talha Anas for Wesley. Talha scoring for Wesley, I think, after the St. Anthony's game. Yes, that was the last try he scored through a rolling maul. Anas, another campaigner here for Wesley, who has been a brilliant asset for their heavy set of mobile forwards here for the Double Blues, and Kaiserlai preparing for the kick.
Your observation is spot on, Muad, where when they use their strength, their forwards, they score.
Absolutely, and I'm pretty sure, regardless of the teams, you'd be delighted to see finally the work of the forwards paying off with a try.
Definitely. Playing faces is one of the toughest jobs for any forward, to keep the ball. It needs a lot of consistency, devotion and discipline. So we see all of that from these Wesley boys. A bit more support coming in from the line will take them. I mean, the score line will show a big difference on that, Muad.
Yes, and that's Wesley's number 9, the halfback, the young Kaiserlai, has around 2 to 3 more years to play for the Double Blues.
Imanka Ishara to restart proceedings.
This is the replay. The second try scored by Wesley.
Good high-hanging kick, but doesn't reach 10 meters.
Apologies for the delay, as Kingswood's restart couldn't find 10 meters, and that's a centre scrum in favour of Wesley, the visitors from Campbell Park. They are here to go home with the big W here, as same as goes to Kingswood. The boys from Randalls Hill still waiting, still yearning for a first 15 wins since that last win against St. Joseph's in 2020 at Havelock Park. So this is a long way for them. They have been hungry for victory since 3 years. So they have been playing some brilliant rugby. They were unfortunate to lose out. As you see, Kaiserlai for the Double Blues. De Silva to Correa. Aaron Correa, strong fend off by Correa. Brilliant find for Wesley. Nonetheless, he's put out to touch.
So not 5 meters. Not 5. Yeah.
Would be interesting to see the replay of it.
Good call.
Referee says number 5 from Kingswood was offside.
Yes, correct.
Now Wesley just on the 22-meter line mark of Kingswood. And here you see the previous play, Kaiser to De Silva to Correa. Now Correa going in for that strong run. So there was the infringement there. As you see, Abdullah Siddiq, the first try scorer for Wesley, preparing for the throw-in. Wesley's forwards showing intent. They are not going for the 3-pointers. They are going for touch and to deploy their heavy set of forwards to score 5-pointers. They are here for the bonus points. That is their biggest target this match.
Advantage coming in for Wesley.
Kaiserlai, he's very nippy. He has been doing this little show and goes throughout the season and has been successful and proving fruitful at times. But now he was bundled into some rush defense by Kingswood, as referee Alexander will go back to the earlier advantage, as Wesley will again definitely go for touch and go for that 5-meter rolling maul.
It's a penalty. Ball collapsing. Number 17.
Darian De Silva with the ball. He has been finding some really good touch finders throughout the season for Wesley. Not the biggest player in the park, but a heavy heart for De Silva, playing some good kicking rugby throughout the season.
Rolling maul from here from the hard-working Wesley forwards. All credits to them so far. They've done fantastic with their rolling mauls
Come close.
and playing on faces. Won them 2 tries. Will this be try number 3 for Wesley?
And like the previous lineup as well, that was Shem Mendes again with the collection. Now that's Abdullah Siddiq again with the ball. This is Abdullah Siddiq's second try of the game. Just an emulation of the first try of this game. Siddiq going in for the second try for Wesley College here at the 36th Eli Blase Trophy encounter at Bogambara.
Abdullah Siddiq controlling things from the back. Scores comfortably. Here's the replay for you. There you see Abdullah Siddiq slowly marching forward with the support and scores his second try for Wesley College.
Yes.
Abdullah Lai, I beg your pardon, Kaiser Lai, young nippy scrum half for Wesley College to add in 2 more points against the wind.
He is well coached, Adib, by the well-known famous Antonian Samuel Madhuante, who has been in charge of the kicking department of Wesley College throughout the past season, as well as the under-16 lads. So he has had some good kicks this season, even though fluffing that earlier one, as we see again, even though the viewers can't feel the wind here, it's a high-flowing wind against Wesley's attack. So Kaiser's kick almost looked as if it was curling through the post, but the wind again blocking the second kick for Kaiser. So that will be 1 conversion in favor of Wesley. They had 2 conversions going astray. This is Imanka Ishara with yet another high hanging kick, finding the hands of Chamud Nimsara, the Wesley's deputy.
Don't move. Hall. Number 2 hall.
Well collected by Ishan Inun.
That's Darian De Silva again. A bit of a show and go, but anyway, caught in defense. Dilhar, yet another young find for Wesley. A very high tackle coming in advantage of Wesley College. So they will definitely find some advantages play here. That's skipper Jaman going in for contact.
Oh, no. Time stop.
Well, a bit of argy-bargy is always part and parcel of a game. It's a tensed game. They are coming to go home with a trophy home finally. So this is some very clinical moves by, as you see, young Ishan Inun coming in and consoling both the teams. So that is nice to see. Not these things not erupting into major scales. Adib.
Hometown boys eagerly waiting for points. A bit of push and pulls. That's the beauty of the game.
And this is a 3-in-1 combination. Gold Men's Cool Blast 3-in-1 wash for hair, body and face. Wherever you go, you can just take it in one go. You don't need 3 items. All in one, 3-in-1 items by Gold. A brilliant product. You can get it from all the available supermarkets here. And that's a naughty chair warning for the number 14 of Kingswood College. He will be out in the sin bin for 10 minutes, just at the brink of half-time. That's Sikurajapati. And a warning for number 10, young Azmi as well. So Azmi will be saved, but Sikurajapati. I beg your pardon, that's Gamheva for Kingswood. Going out to the naughty chair. This happened earlier, in the last match as well, Adib. St. Anthony's Roshan Kumar just committing some crucial errors right on the brink of the 35th minute and having to stay out for 10 minutes like that. Gamheva to calm his nerves. This is a penultimate game for Kingswood. They cannot lose players, as Wesley will definitely pounce on this opportunity to score again as
It's a free kick, not 5.
advantage for Kingswood, not 5, says referee.
Kingswood needs support there.
It's going down.
Adib, that was Sikurajapati, a brilliant talent for Kingswood who had been playing some really good rugby, especially in the DS encounter. He played some awesome moves, but nonetheless.
No, it's a penalty only. Cancel the penalty. Right, captain. Captain.
Let's listen to what the referee has to say here.
මෙතන මගේ penalty එකට කලින් AR call එකක් තියෙනවා high tackle එක. කොයිද මෙතන? ඔව්. මම penalty එක reverse වෙනවා අනෙක් side එකට. Right, go back.
Well. Referee says a penalty has been reversed due to a high tackle charge by Wesley. Here's Ishan Inun with a quick tap just before half time.
They are hungry for points just before lemons.
Kingswood showing intent, but the Wesley defense showing that they are on line, on par with the Kingswood attackers. This is Ekanayaka. Knocked forward by the Kingswood, one of the forwards, and it will be half time as Darian De Silva kicks the ball out of jail.
Half time.
Darian De Silva knew the half time and kicks it out. At half time, it's 17 points to 3
in favor of Wesley. Wesley might have looked forward to go into lemons with that bonus point, but nonetheless, it was a lot of scrappy affairs here at Bogambara. Many handling errors by both the teams. They took more than 20-25 minutes to settle down to make it a less error-prone game. As you see, the half-time confirmation, 17 plays 3 in favor of Wesley, as the bands come into some entertainment, and we'll be back after this commercial break with the second half action of the 36th Ellie Blase Trophy and of course Keel's Crest 9 minutes chicken sausages, the bite that bites back, a party, a gathering, and even a match. Whatever encounters you are watching, Keel's Crest 9 minute sausages will be the best bite for you as we are preparing for some actions from the first half. kick-off. First points, of course, started off with by the hometown boys Imanka Ishara, the skipper for Kingswood.
And the Wesley forwards scoring 2 tries with that rolling maul. Here's try number 1.
Of course, Adib, all the 3 tries were scored by forwards for Wesley. And that's the second try where Talha Anas went over, the lock forward for Wesley College.
It's interesting to see the consistency and the discipline of these Wesley forwards. This is try number 3. Abdullah Siddiq controlling it and scoring. Try number 3 for Wesley College. With that, we will be going for a commercial break. We'll be back.
Stay tuned.
ඕනම දෙයක් කරන්න විදියක් තියෙනවා. ඒ තමයි තමන්ගේ විදිය. ජීවිතය අත්විඳින්න. ආත්ම විශ්වාසයෙන් නැගී සිටින්න. Bold ඔපම වෙන්න.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
Hey, have you heard about Z?
We KYC.
Easy.
Mobile banking. Crazy.
Education loans and salary advances.
Amazing. Introducing the Digital Youth Account. NDBZ. NDBZ from NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.
නව වැඩි දියුණු කළ ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් ඇක්ටිව් ක්ලිම්බසෝල් පළමු සේදීමෙන්ම ඉස්සොරි ඉවත් කරයි. හැමදාම ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් නම් හැමදාම no problem. ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් හිස නිදහසේ ඉදිරියට.
Aloe vera and mint for freshness. Chamomile for sensitive skin. Lemon and lime for an energetic day. Big shaving foam. A change you must experience.
Manicure hot and spicy, trending fashion maram navy, rasa baby, papare beat ke, Saturday ko tumi Punjabi, nete baby, mom, Saturday kapuna, rasa diva pairuna, Saturday adanari ko tumi Pantama, fun update bena, hot cafe kapmana, Saturday adanari ko tumi Pantama, prima ko tumi Pantamai.
ඕනම දෙයක් කරන්න විදියක් තියෙනවා. ඒ තමයි තමන්ගේ විදිය. ජීවිතය අත්විඳින්න. ආත්ම විශ්වාසයෙන් නැගී සිටින්න. Bold ඔපම වෙන්න.
With one more bite of Revelo for sunshine.
හැමදාම ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් නම් හැමදාම no problem. ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් හිස නිදහසේ ඉදිරියට.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
නැවුම් බව රැකදෙන කුමාරිකා මිට් සංවේදී සමකට Camo Oil. Big shaving foam අත්විදිය හැකි වෙනසකට.
Hey, have you heard about Z?
We KYC.
Easy.
Mobile banking. Crazy.
Education loans and salary advances.
Amazing. Introducing the Digital Youth Account. NDBZ. NDBZ from NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.
ඕනම දෙයක් කරන්න විදියක් තියෙනවා. ඒ තමයි තමන්ගේ විදිය. ජීවිතය අත්විඳින්න. ආත්ම විශ්වාසයෙන් නැගී සිටින්න. Bold ඔපම වෙන්න.
Manicure hot and spicy, cheering skirt thicker than navy, Saturday baby, kappe ate, match එක plan කරලා මලාවි, Saturday baby, හිත තාල නැත වෙනා, fun නිම විඳුනා, Saturday අතනාරි කොතුමි පන්දමා, fun papare play වෙනා, set එක connect වුණා, Saturday
තමයි.
Rebel for love.
ඕනම දෙයක් කරන්න විදියක් තියෙනවා. ඒ තමයි තමන්ගේ විදිය. ජීවිතය අත්විඳින්න ආත්ම විශ්වාසයෙන් නැගී සිටින්න. බෝල්ඩ් ඔපම වෙන්න.
Cheese රසට යාළුවෝ සෙට් එක ස්මයිලි බෙදනවා ඕන වෙලාවක ස්නැක් එක දැක්කම හිත ෆික්ස් වෙනවා සරල කැමති අය දවස පුරාවට සැරයිල්ලනවා කැලිප්සෝ මික්ස් එක ඕන වෙලාවක නැගලම යනවා බෝරින් ලයිෆ් එක බ්‍රේක් අප් කරගෙන සල්සා නටනවා ලුණු රටාවට අනියන් කික් එක ෆුල් හැපනින් වෙනවා අචි රටටම රස බෙදෙන මංජි රස බලකාය දැන් අලුත් වෙලා
Aloe vera and mint for freshness. Chamomile for sensitive skin. Lemon and lime for an energetic day. Big shaving foam. A change you must experience.
හැමදාම ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් නම් හැමදාම no problem. ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් හිස නිදහසේ ඉදිරියට.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
Cheese රසට යාළුවෝ සෙට් එක ස්මයිලි බෙදනවා ඕන වෙලාවක ස්නැක් එක දැක්කම හිත ෆික්ස් වෙනවා සරල කැමති අය දවස පුරාවට සැරයිල්ලනවා කැලිප්සෝ මික්ස් එක ඕන වෙලාවක නැගලම යනවා බෝරින් ලයිෆ් එක බ්‍රේක් අප් කරගෙන සල්සා නටනවා ලුණු රටාවට අනියන් කික් එක ෆුල් හැපනින් වෙනවා අචි
රටටම රස බෙදෙන මංජි රස බලකාය දැන් අලුත් වෙලා
නව වැඩි දියුණු කළ ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් ඇක්ටිව් ක්ලිම්බසෝල් පළමු සේදීමෙන්ම ඉස්සොරි ඉවත් කරයි. හැමදාම ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් නම් හැමදාම no problem. ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් හිස නිදහසේ ඉදිරියට.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
The time has come, once again, for the Warriors to battle in pursuit of supremacy. Dialog Schools Rugby League. The battle for supremacy starts in June.
The most prestigious schools rugby fixture comes alive for the 77th time. The Bradby Shield Rugby Encounter 2023. Catch the action live on Dialog TV, channel 126, Dialog View app and the papare.com.
Season 1, Danuma. Season 2, Charitavaliya. Season 3, Krida Viplava. The most prestigious schools rugby fixture comes alive for the 77th time. The Bradby Shield Rugby Encounter 2023. Catch the action live on Dialog TV, channel 126, Dialog View app and the papare.com.
Welcome back, folks, from wherever you are joining here on www.thepapare.com and our Facebook pages. This is the 36th edition of the Blase Trophy between Wesley and Kingswood. Wesley trying to defend the title for the first time since 25 years. The last time they defended 2 years in a row was in 97 and 98. This year, 17 points to 3. Wesley leading. They are just one try short of the bonus point as Kingswood is one band down. Ishan Inun took the ball in collection from the kickoff, but the first knock-on made by Wesley. So Kingswood early advantage to get out of jail. And joining with me on the commentary box is Kevin Dhananjan.
Well, hello Muad, things seem all set for Wesley to defend that title after 25 long years. They are with a lead of 17-3 here at Bogambara. They are in a dominant position. So yes, let's see. We have 35 more minutes to play, and we've seen how Kingswood have come back in games, especially in that DS match. If you can remember, they came all the way attacking the DS defenders in the second half, and here we go with a scrum, and the Kingswood player clears it out into the Wesley half.
Of course, Kevin, this is Abdul Hadi, Wesley's young fullback. A fresher playing for the Double Blues. Tackler not releasing, another early advantage for Wesley now. They will definitely, Darian De Silva will put the ball to touch. He's a good touch finder throughout the season. Even today at this game, his kicks found some good touch that led to Wesley's tries through the rolling maul. But nonetheless, this time around, the ball couldn't find that 5-meter touchline from the kickoff. Well, now another interesting call. Wesley ever so lucky without finding touch. They were gifted as Kingswood College were in an accidental offside position within that, not being within the 10-meter circle, says Ravin Alexander, the referee.
3 points.
Well, Wesley up for a penalty kick, and not to forget they were playing against the wind in the opening half, and they would love playing from this end. They couldn't find that some of the conversions through, and this time they have a penalty in their hands right under the post, just in front of the goal post.
Yes, Kevin, if viewers joined us early in the first half, we saw some really harsh moments for Wesley's Kaiser Lai, as 2 of his kicks went way wide astray owing to the fact of the high blowing wind against Wesley. But now, this time around in the second half, it's Wesley's chance. The wind is with them. This is definitely a very close under the post kick for Kaiser Lai.
And the ball goes through. Kaiser Lai extends the score to 23. Wesley in a dominant position here at Bogambara. They are well and truly on their way to defend the title. It will be an uphill task for Kingswood from here on, but they still have 32 minutes more to play. It's a matter of 4 tries. We'll see what happens. But at the moment, Wesley College 20 and Kingswood. Simple chance for him getting it through.
Referee Alexander just double checking with the Kingswood numbers as they are one man down. Kingswood's number 11. Number 14, Gamheva, is out due to a sin bin earlier in the first half, on the brink of half time. That's a really good kick opening restart for Kingswood.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how Kingswood goes about things from here on. Nothing to lose for them from here on. They are down 20 points to 3 points here at the LA Blase Trophy. They have few more minutes to play to end the season. I think they will come all-out attack, won't they, Muad?
Absolutely, Kevin. like you said, nothing to lose for the Kingswood lads as they are going in with their forwards here.
Trying to find that left flank. Found the way through. The number 23 of Kingswood College. And they get the first try of the game. And the scoreline is 8 points to 20 with the conversion to come. Kingswood College starting things well in the second half after that early penalty from
Unfortunately, Kevin, in today's team card, there seems to be no number 23. So there must have been a bit of a jersey change. So unfortunately, we cannot give out the name of the Kingswood lad. We will try to get the name as there must have been a slight error in the proceedings here. He must have changed the jersey. That's not... and here you see a brilliant... conversion by Imanka Ishara, the skipper for Kingswood College. That takes him 10 points in favor of Kingswood, whereas Wesley are leading with a 10-point cushion, 20 points to 10 here at Bogambara.
Well, we were just talking before that break. Here's a quick replay before that of the conversion from Imanka Ishara. Well, Muad, we were talking just before that break from Kingswood that there's nothing to lose for Kingswood and they will come all out attacking from there on, and they certainly did. They got the try, they brought the deficit down to 10 points, and this is not a tough task as it looked a while ago, isn't it, Muad?
Yes, like in the DS game, Kingswood have all the firepower in them to come back stronger. They are a talented bunch of young players here playing for the Randalls Hill School. This is Darian De Silva going for a deep kick into the hands of Ishan Inun. Imanka Ishara kicks the ball out of jail right on the 22-meter line for Wesley. An advantage for them with the line out.
Well, not so good from Imanka Ishara. We saw a similar clearance from him in the Anthony's game a few weeks back. And that kick resulted in a try for St. Anthony's. We'll see what happens here. Will Wesley go for a try from here on? Can they find the way through? Can they get past the try line? They have a line out throw in their favor from a favorable position.
Abdullah Siddiq going again like they did previously to the hands of Shem Mendes. Their flanker, Kaiser Lai, just getting all his forwards to go forward, and they milk that penalty advantage. Wesley rolling maul, still going ever so strong. That's Abdullah Siddiq going for the bonus point try for Wesley College. The Double Blues securing the all-important bonus pointer here.
My goodness, how Wesley have turned things up after that try from Kingswood College. The rolling maul of Wesley College gets better and better by each and every game that they play. That's one thing that they have improved this season. They are rolling maul, Muad. You should know a lot about it, Muad.
And mind you, Kevin, this is a hat-trick try for Abdullah Siddiq from Wesley. So the hooker playing the number 2, playing a pivotal role in the line-out. His line-outs has been clean and strong today compared to the earlier matches. He had some hiccups. He played a brilliant and wonderful game for the Wesley forwards. He had a slight hiccups in the latter stages of the games, especially in the match against St. Anthony's, where they lost by just a whisker of 1 point. Whereas this game, Wesley ever so strong in that rolling maul, yet again proving how they played against DS with a 50-meter rolling maul, which proved to be a treat to watch for the Royal Complex fans that day. And Kaiser Lai, Wesley's unlucky charm seemed to be coming back as the kicking department, whereas Kaiser Lai had yet another kick at the Isipatana match last week. He knocked on the left post as well, a similar corner flag conversion. Whereas in this encounter too, he's a brilliant kicker, but just couldn't bisect that post, knocking on the left corner post of the Bogambara pitch today.
Well, Kingswood have won the ball from that restart. They're trying to find Inun, the big man, trying to barge to the defense, and he has eventually been brought down. And this time, where Kingswood College works it to the right flank. The big number 4 of Kingswood College once again brought down by the Wesley defense. Ishara working it out to the left flank. Imanka Ishara. Here's a good opportunity for Kingswood. And the referee calls that he stepped on the line. So that will be a ball awarded to Wesley College, a line out throw to Wesley College. Well, Muad, I called it a while ago. Yeah, but before that, let's have a look at the replay. Here's the play from Kingswood College. Just stepping on that line. Well, Muad, I called it a while ago. The clearance from Imanka Ishara. A similar clearance costed them a try in the Antonian game. And today, again, another clearance, not so good from him. Wesley farming that rolling ball through a line-out throw and found the try line. A costly mistake, isn't it?
Yes, Kevin, in the Anto match for Kingswood, it was an error-laden game. Lots of errors, but Anthony's came back strong in the second half. Here you go, Aaron Correa. Aaron Correa going for a huge kick, but referee says it's offside as man was in front of the kicker for Wesley. That's Imanka Ishara getting a quick tap and going into some heavy defense of Wesley College. The Wesleyites now having to defend for the first time from their 22 in this second half. Let's see how Kingswood will play this out. Almost looked, yes, and it is a turnover, a brilliant turnover by the Wesley forwards. They are proving to be a well-coached unit, these young Double Blues. Whereas Kingswood had the money, had the chance. They were almost inching close towards a very aggressive bit of play. But that costly turnover now proving to be vital as De Silva puts over a brilliant high-hanging kick. Unfortunately for Wesley, they couldn't collect the ball and knock the ball forward. It's yet again Kingswood, second time lucky in this second half as they are with an advantageous position yet again, even though costly errors were made by them.
Well, Kingswood certainly did have some good opportunities to extend the scoring. And here's a replay of that knock-on, a good high-hanging kick, but knocked on by the Wesley number 10. And here's the scrum coming in favor of Kingswood College. Ishara will feed the ball into the scrum.
Yes, that's Tavisha Ekanayaka, the halfback for Kingswood. Had a decent game, but lots and lots of errors coming to bite back this Kingswood outfit. The Randalls Hill boys now again a bit of a backhand pass, a quick offload. They were lucky to get the ball not going forward. They are now backpedaling. They were in the 22 of Wesley, but now getting back with a rush defense from Wesley. Wesley forwards now almost Wesley forwards almost putting the Kingswoodian lads on their 50-meter mark. This is some brilliant defense coming in from the Double Blues. As you can see, pressure piling on to the Kingswoodians as they put the ball astray and loose passes, a bit of a hospital pass earlier as well. So good defense coming from the Double Blues has put lots and lots of pressure for the Kingswood lads, the hometown boys, as Kaiser of passes to Abdul Hadi, an interesting move. They look like they will go for a clearance kick, but they play the ball on. They seem to be very, very confident, these Double Blues, in the second half, as now they have already secured the bonus point try. And Ishan Inun, one of the most brilliant finds for Kingswood, very intent. He has lots of intention to go for the ball, but referee says offside. This lad, Ishan Inun, the number 8 for Kingswood, has been one of the most outstanding players for Kingswood but that costly error of being offside again putting Wesley Kevin in yet another advantageous position. They will definitely go for the rolling maul again.
For sure, Muad, for sure. The rolling maul of Wesley has been so clinical in all the matches that they have played. They've almost got through 50 meters in that game against DS. Not almost, they got through 50 meters in that DS game and they found the try.
And that is Veerasekara coming in for Kingswood College, the replacement wing 3/4 with the scrum cap. Definitely Kingswood will look to put in more fresh legs. This is a game that they do not have nothing to lose. And Wesley, this is exactly the second or the third mistake in the line out as they are not 5. This has been costly, or else Wesley could have scored 2 or 3 more tries. But Imanka Ishara marshalling his back division yet again. Like in the DS match, lots of costly knock forwards coming to bite back Kingswood. They could have gone, breached the Wesley attack. Here you see the replay. Imanka Ishara could have gone alone, but he was not selfish. He was selfishly giving the ball out, but that knock forward, which has been a problem for Kingswood, Kevin, throughout the past season.
Well, yes, this has not been a good season for Kingswood at all. They've found so many, if we go through their matches, we can find so many mistakes committed by them. They've clearly had the opportunities, but they could just not capitalize from the opportunities that got. Here's a small mistake from the Wesleyite. Kingswood winning the ball, trying to barge through the defense, brought down by Wesley College.
Darian Dizilo trying to put the ball into space for Rodrigo, but failing there. They especially had lots of missed chances in the Ispatana match as well. They couldn't breach that advantages, that gap where here you see the newcomer from the Kingswood lads, Veerasekara.
Here again, Kingswood trying to work it on that right side. And here's Inun.
As Wesley line is caught offside from Miles. They have been caught offside this time around. So that's another factor they have to watch. Even at their last game against Isipatana, they were caught many times for being offside. So these errors, even though Wesley are leading by 15 points, this is not the brand of rugby Wesley has been playing throughout the past season.
Wonderful, wonderful kick from Imanka Ishara, finding good distance, just 4-5 meters away from the try line. Brilliant touch found by Imanka Ishara, a good opportunity for Kingswood to get that score up to 15 through a try.
Well, Kevin Ishara definitely has a big boot as he's a footballer coming into the rugby pitch. So that big boot, he has to use it. He has been keeping his kicking boots out of this game in the first half, so he should definitely bring on those big boots. As we see Senura Piris, number 21, and Adib Yusuf coming in for Wesley. Yusuf wearing the number 22 jersey, and 21 is Senura Piris as Dilhar goes out, and Kaiser Lai also going out for Wesley. I beg your pardon, that's Darian De Silva, the number 10 for Wesley, going out, substituting Senura Piris and Adib Yusuf for the Double Blues.
And here we go with the line out throw. It's clean. Kingswood College forming that rolling maul. It'll be interesting to see whether they go through. And here's Inun. And he does find the try. Inun.
Kevin, this is the first time that Wesley got the taste of their own medicine. Kingswood deploying a rolling maul, not as steady as the Wesley's maul, but nonetheless, as I said, the star for Kingswood, Ishan Inun, that boy has been all over the park. He has been proving that he is one of the top class forwards playing for Kingswood. Even though when his players were down, he has been marshalling his forwards throughout the past season, even playing some individually brilliant games for Kingswood. extremely very well. And yeah, there you go. The second try for Kingswood scored by Ishan Inun, the number 8.
And here's an opportunity for Imanka Ishar, the skipper, to take the points tally up to 17 and bring that deficit down to 8 points. 8 points is not much with 16 minutes to go in the game. And he puts it out wide. Nevertheless, it was Inun Ishan who found the try for Kingswood College. A find of the season for Kingswood. A dark season for them, but he has been that bright, shining star for them throughout the season. It's Wesley College 25 and Kingswood College 15 here at Bogambara, and we do have a brilliant finish in our hands. We are back with the restart. A deep kick from the Wesleyite. Imanka Ishara once again with the clearance, a flat kick.
That's Kaiserlai again trying to go selfishly and getting caught in the defense. Heavy defensive effort coming in from the Kingswood lads, but Wesley somehow trying to managing to secure position. That's now skipper for Wesley, Kavish Jaman. Strong run. The Wesley forwards are now seeing some tiring legs. They have been doing some brilliant work in the earlier part of the second half and the first half as well. That's Kaiser feeding into Aaron Correa. Aaron Correa, strong lad, going into contact. And Kingswood College turning over possession.
And here they try to work the ball through to the right flank. Referee calls back play. He awards the ball back to Kingswood, or rather Wesley College.
Wesley finally getting out of this scare given by Kingswood College. Kingswood were showing no real intent earlier, but nonetheless, after that fiery attacking move by Ishan Inun, they seem to be rejuvenated. They know that they can come back. It's just a 10-point difference here as Chamot Nimsara, Wesley's deputy, going into contact right from the scrum. Kaiserlai might opt for the box kick, and yes, he does. Gets into the hands of a Kingswood fullback, Bowdin. Bowdin puts a good touch finder. After a while, Kingswood having some really good touch finders here in the second half.
Well, as per our clock, we are just 13 minutes away from the final whistle. This is a significant game for both these schools, especially for Wesley. They have been a side who have looked so good but have been so luckless in each and every match that they played. They had the opportunity to win games, but luck was not just on their side, Muad.
Yes, they was ever so close, yet no cigar. The lads from Campbell Park, the Double Blues, as we see the hat-trick of try scorers, Abdullah, putting in the ball, and that's Wesley's heavy set of forwards barging through the defensive unit of Kingswood. Kaiser, short pass to Chamot Nimsara. And that's Dylan De Silva. Trying to go a bit alone. Aaron Correa comes to the ruck. Sandul Gamampila bundled into some rush defense by Kingswood. Talha Anas. Kaiser Feeding the ball to Senra Pires. Now that's Hadi. Accidental offside obstruction, says referee Alexander. And these tiny little errors costing Wesley here in the second half.
With a scrum coming in favor of Kingswood College right at the center. Disanaika will feed the ball into the scrum.
Kevin, there were 3 to 4 accidental offsides committed by Wesley in this encounter, so that's been a real killer for the Double Blues. And Kingswood's replacement number 21 is feeding the ball to, as Ishara puts a punt over the Wesley's newbie Adib Yusuf.
And the number 11 of Kingswood just puts the player from Wesley out of the line, winning his team a line out throw. It was Adib Yusuf who was dragged out of play by the Kingswoodian. And here's the line out throw coming in favor of Kingswood, turned over by Wesley. But Kingswood somehow managed to get the ball back.
Wesley's Chamod Nimsara, the deputy skipper, helping the Double Blues to force that holding on advantage as referee awards the penalty. And the replacement for Wesley, Pires, puts the ball to touch to finally get Wesley and salvage them out of jail. Wesley has been a bit shabby in the latter stages of this half. They were committing many errors, whereas Kingswood have been pretty strong, even though they are trailing 10 points back from Wesley.
Well, crucial 10 minutes coming your way. Wesley College leading by 10 points. They will have to do everything that they can to hold on, or rather score a try and increase the deficit.
And that's a forward pass by Adib Yusuf. So Kingswood College again lucky to have scrum down just outside the 50-meter mark. Here go the replay. Abdul Hadi to Adib Yusuf.
A breakthrough here for Kingswood will make things interesting as we are heading towards the 62nd minute. And here's the big man Inun breaking through the defense of Wesley. He's brought down, but still Kingswood with possession, working the ball, and it is another knock on from Kingswood College. Wesley will now have a scrum in favor of them. Again, here's the replay of that big run from the big man, Inun. Eventually being brought down.
Kevin Inun is definitely, and here's that knock forward, just fumbling that ball. It was a hospital pass for the hands of Fernando. Kevin, Inun is not the biggest of number 8s, but he seems to be a very mobile number 8 for Kingswood. There you go, he's still limping off guard, but he wants to carry on. He says, yes, sir, I can go on, as definitely he wants to play his last outing for the Randalls Hill boys here in Kandy, Bogambara.
Absolutely, Muad. For most of the boys, this will be their final match for their school. As Kingswood and Wesley are most probably out of contention from the President's Trophy unless there's any change, and Wesley are right now with possession.
Now release it!
Kaiserlai opting for the blind side. Wesley has been now backpedaling in Kingswood's territory for a long time. As Senator Pires opts to get out of jail. A good kick but not finding touch. That's Sikurajapati to Bowdin. Bowdin, a big boot on him to his counterpart, his number 15, Abdul Hadi. Hadi to Lai. Lai trying to run, again caught, but that was a dangerous high tackle for towards the young man. He's the nippy scrum half for Wesley. Kaiser Lai. Looks to be in some tremendous heavy pain. Is the young man, Kevin.
Well, it did look like a fierce high tackle from the Kingswoodian coming into the small man, Abdul Hadi.
It's a, yes, Lai, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I beg your pardon, it was Lai. He's not the biggest on the field. A fierce high tackle coming his way. He certainly seemed in some discomfort there. And Wesley will have the ball back.
Yes, that's a yellow card. So another cardinal mistake from the Kingswood lads. The second yellow card for them. That's Kingswood number 4, Havage, going for the Nordic, and it looks like that will be the end of the game for him as we are in the 63rd minute on our clock. Huge touch finder by Senator Pires for Wesley. Might definitely have around 5 to 7 minutes to play, Kevin, in this encounter here at Bogambara.
Well, the game is certainly in the hands of Wesley College. Whatever the result will be from here on, it will certainly be based on how Wesley play from here on. And here they are with that big maul, the maul that they've been so successful of. And they are just charging through. A driving maul coming from Wesley, a big driving maul. Kingswood have no answers for it as of now. They are heading towards the try line. They are just inches away, brought down, but still
collapsing but steadily going, Kevin.
Yes, they are. And here they go over the line. And is that a try? The referee has a look at it.
As you can see, the boys screaming, saying, sir, it's a try. But we might go in for another penalty here. Looked beautiful to watch, Kevin. The boys must be really sad to be awarded that try. But nonetheless, they have the penalty here as Kaiser Lai will go for the quick tap.
Well, here's the quick tap coming. Just talking about that rolling maul. It looked like 3 people pushing a 3-wheeler, Muad. And here we are again with the ball in favor of Wesley College in good position. They are trying to barge through that defense of Kingswood College. They have the opportunity to get the score up to 30. They are trying to go through. Still with possession brought down by the Kingswood defender. Referee will call back play right under the post for another previous infringement committed from Kingswood College. This time it will be a scrum in favor of Wesley.
Just a small fact, Kevin, do you know that when it was way back in 2014, Wesley last tasted victory in Bogambara. So that was against Dharmaraja, against here at Bogambara in 2014, almost 10 years ago, that Wesley last secured a win here at Bogambara. Wesley's last win in Kandy came in last year. That also against Dharmaraja at Nittawala, but Bogambara, it's a 10-year long wait for Wesley. As you see, Kaiser Lai putting the ball in.
And here's another opportunity for Wesley College.
That was Aidan Correa, a strong man trying to barge in alone.
Wesley looking to get the score up to 30 points. Here they are driving through. They are over the line. Can he land the ball?
Well, Kevin, Wesleyites must be kicking themselves after so many attacking phases. It's held up, and referee says it's held up, and referee Alexander signs for a in-goal line kick. Kingswood finally getting out of jail.
Well, Muad, with just 3 minutes to go, it's time for us to now select our NDB man of the match. Muad, there were several contenders, but there was one man who stood out from the rest. Can you name who it is?
Absolutely, the hat-trick hero for Wesley, the number 2, Abdullah Siddiq. He will be our NDB player of the match. He has been a pivotal talisman for Wesley throughout the season. As we see, fresh legs coming in for Wesley. Tiranaga Mahasim, Nelit Hapugal, Sandruk Gamage and Mahathir Raban. And a huge, I think the whole front row is being replaced here, Kevin.
Well, these are some valuable minutes for these youngsters, especially they will be playing in the coming years. So this is some kind of experience that they will like to taste before playing a big game, before playing more minutes in this first 15th circuit, Muad.
Definitely well said, Kevin. Wesley nearing its 150th year next year of existence. So that will be their sesquicentennial year. They will be looking forward to field a superb set of boys for their 150th year. That will be a good target for them to reach some high achieving pinnacles in the school's rugby arena. These boys will definitely play yet another year and a year more. Same goes to Kingswood as well. They will have a brilliant fresh set of players coming in.
Absolutely, Muad. And here's Imanka Ishara trying to work the ball out wide. Well, a horrible season for Kingswood ends in a horrible way, losing the Blase Trophy, a trophy that they have dominated.
A very interesting move here, Kevin. Soon as the penalty was called, we saw Wesley's deputy skipper Chamud Nimsara pointing for the post, but quickly the Wesley halfback was quick enough to take the quick tap. They might be seeing to go in for yet another 5-pointer. They want to put lots and lots of points here on board. This is their last season encounter for them.
Well, it'll be lovely to see a youngster who just came in score a try from here on for Wesley College. That'll give a big morale boost for the youngster going on with his career for his school rugby team. Anyhow,
number 23,
Wesley,
high tackle, starting in the penalty, go back 10 feet.
they opt for a quick touch.
Time stop.
Wesley's replacement halfback Piris takes a quick tap.
Wesley slowly and steadily inching towards that try line. They are over the try line and they do get the final try of the game. That will be the deadlock to the game. Wesley College are 30, Kingswood College are 50 with a conversion to come. Wesley College will surely be the winners of the LA Blase Trophy this year as well. They will be defending the title that they won the previous year.
That was Sandruk Gamage, the replacement forward for Wesley. Coach Henry Terrence replacements seem to be playing some really good rugby here in the last few phases of the game here at the Blase Trophy.
Well, I certainly wanted to see a replacement score a try, and a replacement did score a try. And here's the conversion coming your way. Kai with the conversion.
Absolutely, Kevin. I heard this young lad who scored the try, the number 4, Gamage's father, unfortunately passed away right before their season open against St. Thomas's. So he will be playing with a lot of pride as this young lad. And we can see the Wesley's skipper, the prop forward, taking the kick, Kavish Jayman, as it goes astray. But nonetheless, it's their final encounter as Wesley, after 25 long years, retain the Blase Trophy. It was back in 1997 under Anupam Vadugode Pitya and 98 under Asanka Gammampila, they won back-to-back Blase Trophy titles. This year, after 2022's Tarush Jayaveera's victory, 31 points to 7 last year at CRNFC, and this year under Kavish Jayaman, 30 points to 15. Wesley, for the second time in their history after 25 years, retained the Blase here at Bogambara.
Well, Wesley, labelled as the luckless team of the season, finally finds a win, and it's agony for Kingswood College. They will have to come back another year to find a win. They haven't won a game in 2 years, but anyhow, Wesley rejoice as they retain the Blase Trophy for the first time since 25 years.
This encounter dominated throughout the past 4 decades by Kingswood College. Finally, Wesley getting their hands on the Blase Trophy for the second time in a row. Last year under Tarush Jayaveera, it was a 40-minute game at CRNFC in heavy floodlight conditions, whereas here, Wesley finally getting that big W. As you can see, the two teams flanked by their prefects side by side, bidding farewell to each other in their final league encounter towards this season. It was wonderful to see the last conversion of the game being taken by the prop forward Kavish Jayaman. This is the full-time confirmation here at Bogambara. The Blase Trophy, Kingswood 15, Wesley 15. A close game, even though the scoreline says 15. Kingswood came back stronger the second half.
Wait.
And as Kale's Crest Naimaris chicken sausages, this will be the brilliant and the best bite for you at any time, any place, anywhere. Wherever you go, Kale's Crest Naimaris chicken sausages will keep you company. You can collect it from all the available supermarkets from around the island. This is the second half highlights the 36 Blase Trophy here at Bogambara.
Well, it all came down to the hat-trick scored by our man of the match for the day. This was the first try anyways from Kingswood College, the number 23, going through the defense of Wesley. A wonderful conversion followed up by Imanka Ishara. Kingswood were with hope after they scored that try, but a quick rebound from Wesley with a wonderful rolling maul found themselves extending the scoreline.
Kevin, also, did you know, interestingly enough, this is Wesley's first win since 2022 Blase win against Kingswood College. So they couldn't secure a win, even though they had a very close 1-point a game at the hands of St. Anthony's and 3-point a game against St. Joseph's. They had some close games, but after 2022 August, this is Wesley's first victory in a league or a 15-a-side first 15 games. So they will be delighted. They will be going home with heads held high after a long outing of close defeats. Kudos to Kingswood for some brilliant rugby. Here's the final stats of the game.
Well, the final stats of the game, Kingswood College 15 and Wesley College 30. Wesley getting 5 tries and Kingswood getting 2. Both teams 1 conversion each and 1 penalty each. There was no drop goal, and our player of the match, the hat-trick hero, Abdullah Siddiq.
Jubilant scenes here as Wesley finally get that big W, and that's it after our 30 points to 15 encounter. Kevin, a final reminder for our fans, next Saturday, the 5th of August, Royal Complex, also known as Jurassic Park for Royal. The Lions Den was a Lions victory last week for Trinity College, 13 points 10. What will happen at Saturday at Royal Complex?
Well, the Tuskers will certainly look to pounce and attack on that Lions. The young Lions coming to the Royal Complex with a lead of 3 points. But Tuskers, you can never count them out. They are one of the stronger teams in the league. They are in the super rounds. They were denied the chance of winning the league, most certainly by Trinity College last week. So yes, they will look to give a comeback.
Of course, given Trinity waiting to win since 2014, the Bradby Shield under Tarindra Ratwata's captaincy. That was the last time. So it's a decade-long wait for Trinity, whereas Royal will be trying to bounce back. Let's wait and see if Anand Manzil's Trinity will bounce back to win again, or Andul Sinanayaka's Royal will try to retain the Bradby Shield at Royal Complex next week. Do join us on www.papare.com. It's goodbye from here at Bogambara, from all the technical crew, the production crew, and from all of us here at the Papare.com. It's goodbye and have a pleasant week ahead.
Beautiful outside and inside.
ඕනම දෙයක් කරන්න විදියක් තියෙනවා. ඒ තමයි තමන්ගේ විදිය. ජීවිතය අත්විඳින්න. ආත්ම විශ්වාසයෙන් නැගී සිටින්න. Bold ඔපම වෙන්න. Aloe vera and mint for freshness. Chamomile for sensitive skin. Lemon and lime for an energetic day. Big shaving foam. A change you must experience.
Beautiful outside and inside.
Hey, have you heard about Z?
ZZ. We KYC.
Easy.
Mobile banking. Crazy.
Education loans and salary advances.
Amazing. Introducing the Digital Youth Account. NDBZ. NDBZ from NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.
මේ ජොබ් එක අදම කරන්න ඕනේ.
No problem.
ඕගොල්ලොත් එන්නේ ඉවෙන්ට් එකට. ඩ්‍රෙස් කෝඩ් එක black.
Black? No problem. නව වැඩි දියුණු කළ Dandex Active Climbasol පළමු සේදීමෙන්ම ඉස්සොරි ඉවත් කරයි. ස්වභාවික සාරයන් හිස පෝෂණය කරයි.
නටමුද?
No problem.
හැමදාම Dandex නම්
හැමදාම no problem.
Dandex හිස නිදහසේ ඉදිරියට.
නැවුම් බව රැකදෙන කුමාරිකා හම්බිට් සංවේදී සමකට කැම ඔයිල් බික් ෂේවිං ෆෝම් අත්විදිය හැකි වෙනසකට.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
ඕනම දෙයක් කරන්න විදියක් තියෙනවා. ඒ තමයි තමන්ගේ විදිය. ජීවිතය අත්විඳින්න ආත්ම විශ්වාසයෙන් නැගී සිටින්න. බෝල්ඩ් ඔපම වෙන්න.
හිත තාලනට වෙන වන්නිනිම විඳුනා සරදාවී අතනාරි කොක්දුමී පන්තමා කොක්දුමී පන්තමා ස්ක්‍රීමා කොක්දුමී පන්තමයි.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
Cheese රසට යාළුව සෙට් එක ස්මයිලි බෙදනවා ඕන වෙලාවක ස්නැක් එක දැක්කම හිත ෆික්ස් වෙනවා සරද කැමති අය දවස පුරාවට සැරයිල්ලනවා කැලිප්සු මික්ස් එක ඕන වෙලාවක නැගලම යනවා බෝරින් ලයිෆ් එක බ්‍රේක් අප් කරගෙන සල්ස නටනවා ලුණු රටාවට අනියන් කික් එක ෆුල් හැපනින් වෙනවා අචි රටටම රස බෙදෙන මංජි රස බලකාය දැන් අලුත් වෙලා.
Aloe vera and mint for freshness. Chamomile for sensitive skin. Lemon and lime for an energetic day. Big shaving foam. A change you must experience.
හිත තාලනට වෙන වන්නිනිම විඳුනා සරදාවී අතනාරි කොක්දුමී පන්තමා කොක්දුමී පන්තමා ස්ක්‍රීමා කොක්දුමී පන්තමයි.
Your embrace so warm with one more bite of Revelo for sunshine. Don't wanna miss this pouring rain, pleasing my soul with one more bite of Revelo for the rain. This freedom takes me north that I have never been. With one more bite of Revelo for the road. Love never felt this good. With one more bite of Revelo for love.
Hey, have you heard about Z?
ZZ. WeKYC.
Easy.
Mobile banking. Crazy.
Education loans and salary advances.
Amazing. Introducing the Digital Youth Account. NDBZ. NDBZ from NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.